Her Majesty's Secret Service I watched recently. I paid $10 for it. I don't think it's worth that, but I did it because I was just there at night.
It's really not worth it.
I own every single James Bond movie on Blu-ray. You could have just asked to borrow.
James, you weren't there at 2 a.m. when I was pretty drunk and wanted to watch Bond be at Sleaze.
Every story's the same.
That's because all my stories come from Saturday, and Saturdays always end up with me at 2 a.m. staring at my Twitter feed and being really drunk. And I should tweet about something.
That's the best time to tweet Lawrence. Saturday at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
When was the last thing I was tweeting about at 2 a.m.?
Man,
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
The last thing you were tweeting about
I had
at 2
to read
a.m.
something sad.
Anything,
So, regardless,
I'm gonna look this up. You guys
Okay.
discuss.
Yeah, okay.
So get the
No,
monkey.
that's what, I always thought that's what it was.
Get the monkey to jump on it.
I gotcha.
Where's the monkey? Oh,
Got him. Stupid fucking monkey. It was an actual monkey. It's not racist.
People watching me play video games will slowly learn that I'm just illiterate and I don't read things.
That doesn't matter. I didn't know that either.
I knew that.
You're that's okay. You're
that he's
respect.
illiterate.
I get it, James. You're better than everyone.
No,
in the
that you're
room.
illiterate and you don't read things.
We get it. You're better
You always
than
have
everyone
to
in
point
the room.
out where on the screen it's telling
Well,
you.
he's playing the game and talking. It takes a lot of
These
multitasking.
These podcasts are always just kind of an exercise in me multitasking.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
really all it ever is.
Also, he
Not
never,
talking
never
about
hands off the controller.
No, I'm talking about.
If you want, here, you play the damn
I
game.
won't play the game.
I'll
Who
talk.
said it?
I won't play the
Okay.
game. I won't play some game.
Sorry, I was actually enjoying it.
Yeah, no, I know. It looks like a lot of fun.
It is fun. I like it.
Well, there we go.
I found the tree. I won.
Luckily,
Nice work, Bruce.
Yes.
You found that tree right away.
Woo! Fuck yourself.
luckily it seems like
And then Lawrence was just having a good time.
I like being in control.
Yeah, it's
I like
weird.
commanding people to perform sexual favors on me.
See, it's weird that he goes that route. I don't know.
But
You've never been to prison, Adam.
But I've actually been to a prison.
I got a tattoo on my chest.
What?
It was a ballpoint pen and a shiv, and we
Lawrence-
made it work.
Lawrence and I were at McDonald's last night, and then Elise was with us. Elise was with us, and
yeah.
she's just her eyes are just darting at this really, really big guy next to us. And then I look down, and he has one of those bracelets on,
Ankle monitor.
an ankle
Oh,
monitor.
really? Cool.
Yeah. Getting some McDonald's.
I was gonna say you escape from prison. The first thing you do is go to
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Shit, man.
Take it out.
That's a good advertising
That
campaign.
McD, yeah.
When you break out from prison, you come here.
I'm shiving it. James R. on the last podcast writes about how you hate Joel so much.
Oh yeah, totally.
Why did? Yeah, what's going on? I wasn't here for the last podcast.
So Joel does this really funny thing that I.
Well, real quick, let me
yeah,
read
go
the
ahead.
comment,
Sorry, sorry.
and then Adam can defend his terrible treatment of Joel.
His cruelty.
James R. writes, Joel is being funny and Adam just stomps him. You can
Yeah.
see it in his face. Replies range like, yeah, it seemed a bit mean. Kovic actually says this in the podcast. When they are mean to each other, it's because they love each other.
That's true. So Joel does this thing, and he knows it. He has kind of an anti-humor
Yeah.
or like self-deprecating bit about him, and he will make a joke that lands flat. And so we were having kind of a fun. We were joking because James was out, and James is typically the funny guy. He's the joke guy, and so I kept making the joke that, oh, I wish James was here. But like, I don't know. We laugh at that sort of stuff. Like we're doing a bit basically, and I mean, Joel and I don't hate each other or anything like that. That's us just fucking around. Like, and yeah,
Yes, you do. Just
I really
just
hate
admit
Joel.
it.
I'm so
You
glad
keep
he's not
saying,
here.
Remember the day after when they were like, all right, on the
Yeah.
next podcast, let's just pretend like it was not that.
Yeah.
I just like knowing that everything falls apart when I'm not here.
Pretty much.
It doesn't. It's people.
It does.
People are reading into
doesn't.
things that aren't
It's right.
there.
It doesn't. Everything's dumb about you.
But it is.
Sorry.
I don't know. If I was sitting there going, "Good joke, Joel," that'd mean I really don't like him.
Also, it'd be really boring.
Here's a little behind the scenes for you guys. After the last podcast, Adam backed Joel into a corner. Like Joel looked visibly upset and scared. And Adam said, you better not fucking tell anyone that I'm
did.
mean to you. I swear
Yeah.
to God, if you do that,
remember
You
that.
remember that?
You're
even
never
though
gonna be on a podcast.
even though it was on a
I remember
podcast.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty awesome.
where's Joel this week, huh?
He's gone.
We killed him.
That's right, he's gone.
Sent him
Yeah.
home
He's
crying.
never coming back. Good job, Adam.
Yep. Well, like in the first one, James runs me over. Like
was
immediately,
an
I'm like,
accident.
all right, we got
was an
one
accident.
life. Let's be careful here. James runs me over. I'm
I
like,
didn't,
God
see,
damn
I
it!
didn't see you.
It was an accident.
It made me mad, but it's
Adam,
very
you were
funny.
wearing black. It was night. That's not his fault.
Well, speaking of feedback from the community,
Let's look at some fan art.
woo!
Juan Chavez 127
This is ridiculous.
drew. James, you might need to weigh in on what this
Wow,
is.
let's kill a kill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh, it
Oh,
is?
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that Adam?
Oh.
Yeah, he drew me, and I think the tweet was he said, "Here's something I drew for you. If you don't like it, whatever."
Yeah,
And I was
that's my
like,
favorite. That was
which
my favorite.
I love that sort of enthusiasm.
It's
I
marvelous.
mean, it's not bad.
Got some nice heels there, Adam.
I think that's what I see when I look in the mirror.
I think it's
like,
pretty cool.
My
Look at your
body
happy trail there on the
dysmorphia.
bottom. I didn't
Yeah.
notice your
Yeah.
happy trail. That's
God.
beautiful.
So,
He's a
Boris
sexual being.
Hevia drew
Oh, we're shredded.
the most accurate lineup I've ever seen.
I'm farting.
Bruce,
You
you're
know
always
Yeah, you
farting.
are.
Man,
Yeah.
it's so good.
You're flexing so hard that your farts.
And also looks like you have a ball gag, which is even better.
yeah.
Oh, he
It does,
does.
you're
Yeah,
right.
wow. What's ironic here is maybe with the exception of James, Matt is the most ripped out of all of us, and he is sadly not present.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're right. He isn't.
I'll tell you one thing. I love.
Wait. I think that's me.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be.
I don't
you.
think Peak's. I don't think Peak's in it.
Nah.
No, Peak's not in it. That's what he's saying. He's saying it. And
Oh, in real life.
Yeah,
Peak,
yeah.
yeah, Peak is shredded.
I like when there's peak fan art.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so do I.
So fans, peak fan art.
Yeah.
Not Noah 120. Yet again. during
Yes.
See, well,
The single purpose
whatever,
sea
who
serpent.
cares?
So it's really good.
Yeah.
Little inaccurate. You
Okay,
see,
why?
the wolf is supposed to be the wave.
Oh,
The
that's
wolf
right.
transforms
yes.
into the wave.
Yeah.
He's not a serpent being that exists in the waves.
This is the logo that James has designed in his head.
I
This-
designed it in
there
my
is no
head.
accuracy.
This looks like a cover of a Harry Potter novel.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome.
There is no accuracy.
Like I said, great art.
No.
Inaccurate.
Harry
Composition's
Potter and the
wonderful.
Santa Barbara Seawolves.
It'd be like if you made a really nice biopic that won an Academy Award, but
Don't
wasn't
listen-
actually
don't
about
listen to
Stephen
James.
Hawking.
Don't listen to James. It's really good. It's really good.
It's amazing.
Really
It's
like it.
beautiful.
James.
It's the most wonderful.
James, just think. 5 years ago, no one was drawing anything of you.
They didn't give two
That's not
shits
true.
about
I was
you.
drawing.
Oh.
I was drawing.
Okay.
Now, you pay a guy at Magic Mountain to draw you for like
That doesn't
15
count.
bucks, and it wasn't.
I was
very
in a
good.
tiny car and I had a tennis racket.
Oh dear God!
Unloading
This is one of my
pigeon.
favorites. I love when people use other mediums to portray us.
Yeah.
That's not drawing on a computer, and this is literally perfect.
This is the best thing.
This is cloning.
This is exactly what Lawrence looks
I
like.
found this
at
really
all
late
times.
one night, and I almost died looking at it.
I thought it was you.
I know. Bruce was
I
like,
thought it was
there's a
James.
claymation version of you in the fan art, and I was like, what? I saw it and I was like, that's Lawrence. Does he really think that's me?
Well, I wasn't sure because both you guys do that dumb face where you bug out your eyes.
That's just our face.
That's not true. So when you bug out your eyes, I'm like, well, is it Lawrence or James? I guess this one's Lawrence.
I want next step is to drop this off at a museum and replace it with something else and
Yes.
see if anyone notices.
Oh yeah, you're right.
What gets me is how can anyone see something like this and then attack the fact that we evolved from apes? 'Cause that's all I see here. I just see a hairless monkey.
I want to see this in a science book in 10 years.
Yeah.
They're like,
Beautiful.
missing link.
Yeah, they-
Incontrovertible proof that we
they-
descended from simians.
This nerd.
More
speaking
Lawrence.
of me,
Nice.
ready to
this
use
one's-
6 dash dash?
Yeah,
Sexy.
6-dash.
Pensive Lawrence.
Yeah, probably the man.
What's
look
weird
at-
about this though is he drew Lawrence and then replaced his T-shirt with a bunch
Yeah.
of other logos.
What do
So
you
he
mean?
kept
So, like,
he used the
different
same
versions?
face.
There's a whole gallery.
He used the same face and then darkened his glasses a little bit.
Yeah.
Just to
And
make
he
sure
kept
it's
changing
a
his
Lawrence
shirt.
for any occasion.
Really weird. It's a really strange thing. He's obviously really likes Lawrence.
We've
a lot.
talked about doing a funhouse art gallery or something, like an art show or something like that, where like we're a bunch
Have we?
Yeah.
of
Adam has.
Yeah.
No.
We have.
Sometimes Adam goes, art show! Wakes up in the middle of the night.
well, there's a couple places locally in LA. We talked about doing it out of town. There was a guy we used to work with / fan who said his brother owns an art gallery and he's like, could I just
Yeah.
do it? And we're like, just go for it.
Do it, please.
We would like to go, obviously,
awesome.
but like make it a fan meetup.
That would
I
be
would
so
love to,
weird.
I would love to do a whole wall dedicated to Lawrence.
Ooh,
of just
beautiful.
different art.
That would
Oh.
freak me out. Like the idea that somebody spent time doing that is already really
You're
hard for me to
drinking
wrap
like
my head
wine
around.
or champagne in an art gallery, looking at pictures of yourself,
Yeah.
looking at that stone
The dream.
sculpture
But he has no pants on.
of your
Yeah.
your face, your ape face.
And I turn to the person next to me like, oh, look at the shading on that one. Except in real life, I'm just like, ah!
Because your face.
It's gonna be a good night.
Well,
Oh
somebody-
yeah.
Somebody.
Delirium 09. Drew the most magical enchanted photo I've ever
Little
seen.
Mermaid.
Lord
I love
Marmon?
the facial hair.
See, you're making that dumb face again.
I think I responded with a port of your world.
Are those char nuts off
Yeah,
to the
there's little
side?
char
they
nuts
are
there.
Look at
Nope.
that. I didn't notice
Oh,
that.
they just mix all the greatest things in the world.
What is it about?
It's a beautiful.
You know what? No, I understand.
Would you want to see that naked, Bruce?
No.
Yes.
Look at the body, though.
I can
Look
almost
at that
guarantee.
bod.
The body's rocking.
Really, way too hairy.
Fish don't have vaginas. They just they let the eggs out, and then the male fish just kind of jerks off
he
onto
jerks
it,
off
and
on
I'll jack off on those
the
eggs.
miracle of life.
Is that what you do? Do you spurt your eggs all over?
Yeah, you bet.
Just vomit on them.
Gross.
Yeah. Now we have children.
Forerunner relic.
Yep.
Cool.
Illustrated everyone's eyes perfectly.
This is something I hadn't seen before. All of our. I like that he labeled them just in
Yeah.
case.
No.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I knew Spool right away.
I actually was like, oh, wish you hadn't labeled him.
Yeah, no, I know. I knew Spool right away.
Adam's obvious.
Well,
yeah.
He's the stoner.
the true bit of genius here is there's no facial hair. That's usually how you can tell us apart. So the fact that they pay that much attention to our facial features that aren't hair.
I like that Joel looks like a little boy.
He looks like a Dragon Ball character.
Yeah, a little
Chibi,
boy.
Chibi, Joel.
Jesus, James, you got fucked.
Yeah, that was one to
That's-
beat.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
referring to the game.
No.
Ready user Captain Box
Yes.
drew you guys cute little.
Man, it's so cool.
It's
What
so
are we?
who
I love
described
this
who
art
described
style.
this style? Somebody described it perfectly, and I don't remember what they said.
I just said they look like Disney characters.
Yeah.
Ah.
And that's because
The nose is a little different. The no,
I don't know where they got that nose from.
see, the noses remind me of like Animal Crossing, but nothing else is like.
It's it's kind of a Japanese art style. Some things are kind of manga.
Somebody said Don Bluth, which is I think close.
Oh yeah,
or-
yeah, that's pretty close.
All right.
But you don't have giant tits.
Regardless,
so.
we fucking dig it.
You don't have giant.
I wish.
So good. Good use of orange.
Technivore drew the worst thing.
They're really scary.
Did he draw that, or is that just?
I think he photoshopped it.
I was gonna say, is that the oil paint filter in Photoshop?
I don't think
I don't think
drew
it's
it.
Photoshop.
Which no longer exists in Creative Cloud.
No, I think it's just like an iPad. It's
Oh.
probably like an iPad drawing thing where you can just smudge your finger around and it makes
Yeah.
oil paint squiggles.
Oh. Huh.
But Technivore, you did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Put a desaturation filter on it and put that on our creepy.
Yeah, there you go.
Or was it Fear Me? Ooh, creepy subreddit.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can you imagine taking a pill that made the entire world look like that for a little bit?
No.
I think
God,
they
no.
have that. It's called LSD.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Oh, boy.
Troutism and Dirt 410. I guess somebody made it and somebody else animated it?
So yeah, so Dirt 410 I originally drew it, and then I believe Troutism animated it.
This is beautiful.
Oh,
so
wow.
good.
Really, really.
I'd like to
cool.
see the internet coming together to make Bruce hump as a pixelated
Yeah.
person.
Also, my chest hair is green. I'm confused
Because
by
you're
that.
Bruce Greene.
Maybe that's what it. No,
Or
I
are you
don't
just
think so.
covered in your own shit?
I think
No,
it-
that could be it.
I think it fits with like the color scheme. It comes off looking like a light brown. So I think it fits.
Yeah.
You guys did a good job.
Yeah.
And also his hair looks exactly like that.
It does.
Just scaled up. It's very
Exactly.
weird. It looks like a vine growing over his body.
Should be DLC for Sword and Sorcery.
It should. Trick Ranger drew Funhouse.
I don't often see logos that are this eye-catching,
That's so good.
and this one immediately, because I know the Funnies logo very well.
Yeah.
This one immediately was like, wow, that's perfect. Like that's exactly what it should be.
This also makes me really hungry.
Yes. Yeah.
God, I love Funyuns so much.
They nailed it.
Which is just really, I love salt. So, Reddit user
Yes.
AvesDZN.
You drew us as
Drew us Smite
Overwatch
heroes.
characters.
Oh, these
Not
are
Smite.
Overwatch?
Oh,
These
yeah.
are
It's
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
I haven't
Yeah.
played Overwatch
That's
like
my
you
guy.
guys.
That's Zenyatta.
That's Zenyatta. That's when I played.
I didn't get to go to Overwatch.
He shoots his
but
balls.
that's Joel, I think. Is that Joel?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
no,
Definitely
that's
Joel.
Hanzo.
that's what did he say? He had it labeled in the gallery. I think it is Joel
It
as
has to be
Hanzo,
Joel.
and then who's the last one?
That's
Yeah, that's Adam.
That's Adam, right?
That's Adam.
Black
as,
Widow.
As
Is that or no Widowmaker?
Widowmaker.
So
That's
who's
your name.
Zenyatta?
Why do you have hooves?
That's Spool. He's got the little hat.
What? Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's Spool. That's
He's
right.
smoking.
Yeah.
Oh, those are all little bongs.
All
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bongs
yeah.
floating
I
around
get
his
it.
head?
Okay, all right. I get it.
Yeah.
And his eyes are red.
Widowmaker's fucking awesome. That was my favorite character.
Yeah.
Well,
Sniper.
did a good job picking
They're
characters.
boots, not hooves. So.
Yeah.
No,
He
on
said,
on his
also,
hands.
he or
Oh,
she
it's
said
just-
the rest of us are on the way.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. He's drawing the rest.
Oh,
Okay, good.
man.
Good.
Make me the gorilla.
Now just release the game, please.
Uh,
Blizzard. So good.
some asshole named Harmony Grits on Twitter
Yeah.
tweeted out a picture from South by Southwest of
Signing.
the rabid fans clamoring for a piece of
No, they
Spool
wanted
and-
Berserker next time. They didn't want Matt Peak and Spool. Are you kidding? They want to look at Berserkers blowing up over there.
There's at least two
Awesome.
people.
Man,
I'm assuming those are game developers.
They are.
one of
Well,
one
wait,
of those kids
I
like
don't know.
14 years old. Maybe he is a game
A
developer.
little floppy hair.
He's like, Dad, I don't
Oh.
want to be here. He's like, you played Berserkers. I worked all day on this.
You make the game. You sell the game. Your mom has hospital bills. We gotta pay him. Chad Pittman on
man.
Twitter
He tortured
sent out
his
the picture of the
dog.
coolest dog.
Yes.
No, that dog is having a great time.
I need to get my dog a T-shirt.
Look at how much fun that dog is having wearing a
Dog
shirt
really
like a
hates
human
it.
being.
Boy, it's-
Looking for something that could possibly kill him.
yeah, it's like
Off in the
put a
distance.
bullet in my head. Because I don't want to do this anymore.
They didn't even put his legs through the armholes.
I know, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
They fucked it up.
Trapped. Cute dog, though. I love Huskies. I think that's a Husky, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Mix. I don't know.
What else we got?
Alan Hyun.
Oh, my.
Or Captain
Oh,
Rex.
Yeah.
Names are super. This is so fucking weird.
No,
So
it's not.
awesome.
It's not that weird.
It's really weird to see you drawn as a woman.
You look like the chick from Conan the Barbarian.
Oh yeah, Red
Red
Sonja.
Jones?
No.
No.
Wait, do you mean
Red
do you-
Sonja. Right?
Is it Red
Oh, Red
Sonja?
I mean,
Sonja.
yeah, she's not technically from Conan the Barbarian.
The movie?
Oh.
Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
bro.
Oh my gosh. Just who
Sorry,
cares? It
bro.
doesn't
We
matter.
could talk about it,
No,
but
I
she's
know
not
what he's talking about.
technically-
I don't want to talk about it.
Anyway,
No.
James, you got a
so
dunk. You got a
so
dunk for
confused.
days. I like it.
Google it later. It's
Was it
boring.
Conan the Destroyer? Is that what
No,
it
it's
is?
really boring.
Nope.
Google it later.
I really need to know this now.
It's really boring.
Well, this art is great. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Naomi Ciccone. I always get her Cicoin. I don't know.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
So she has
pins.
always made awesome crafts for us. She made a set of pins
Oh, little pillows.
that I actually had on a previous podcast, but she also made a funhouse pillow and a little thing for your eyes.
She's really good at the
Wait, is that a scarf?
product photography. She like
Yeah.
shows it
Yeah.
off like Vanna White.
I was gonna say, who is her friend who's taking the pictures?
Maybe it's on a
Why do you
timer.
want to know?
I don't know.
Just curious.
You're
She's got a
gross.
team.
That's
She's
weird.
got a team.
It's a-
working
it's a
over here.
sleep
Maybe she has a
mask, Adam.
timer. You really want
Oh no,
that?
I see it now. Sorry,
Maybe
when,
she has
I
a
thought it
team.
was
You're being
such a big
disgusting.
scarf, but now
Maybe
I
she
see
has
it.
a
Yeah.
team.
Stop trying to hit on this girl, all right?
I'm not. I'm just asking. Maybe she has a team.
She makes good
think so.
products.
That's awesome.
Luke Garvey did
Oh boy.
amazing illustrations of James and Adam.
I like that. That's the same artist.
I know.
He's like, this is how I see Adam. This is how I see James. He's a monster.
Oh my gosh, it's great. You're shredded though.
I
look,
guess.
I look
should've.
envious, but scared.
Yeah.
Well, I think what he did is he took James's eyelids and put them on Adam. So Adam, you have double eyelids, and James has none.
Interesting.
So James can never blink, and Adam
Uh-huh.
can do nothing but blink
He
These
needs
are.
to blink when you're that muscular.
and cry.
Good point.
This is what you see before you die.
Let's do the balloons.
And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
Reddit user DJ Drummer made us all out of balloons,
This is so cool.
which is something yet another thing that I thought would never happen in my lifetime unless I paid someone.
well, this is something I never even thought of. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think
right?
Anybody would ever do this, but it's really, really great.
It's at a
That-
grocery store. It
Is
looks
that
like.
me?
I think that one's you. Yeah, Joel's. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that is me.
Should be
you're
a
kind of
little-
wearing Joel's clothes though.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, that's James for sure.
Yep.
Yep.
I'd make a
Lawrence.
really
Lawrence?
good. How long until someone makes a Muppet out of all of us?
Oh man, I can't wait
that's,
for that.
That's my
There.
dream.
Oh my god!
That's me. I guess I look.
Is that you?
Or
I
Spool.
thought that was Spool. Yeah. Oh no, wait, that's Spool.
That's Spool. Look at the red eyes.
Oh god.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He looks like a.
I guess that's
Simpsons
his
character.
hat,
Yeah,
kind
that's
of.
his hat.
Okay. Look at that.
Oh my god, that's so good.
That's
She's
true.
like, fuck my life.
Yeah, and then the creepiest leprechaun of all
Oh,
time.
leprechaun! Funhouse leprechaun!
That's a mascot. Yeah, the Funhouse
Right.
Leprechaun.
I forgot about
Hey laddies, welcome back to YouTube.
It's Larry,
Larry the leprechaun.
the Funhouse leprechaun.
Let me reach into my pot of videos.
Lori the Lorprechaun.
Please don't sue us,
I like
Ireland.
that he just randomly made a leprechaun. It's like, fuck it. Let's
Well,
make
I
a
think
leprechaun out of balloons. I got extras.
I don't know the backstory, but I have a feeling this is his job.
Yes,
Yeah.
he said he works at a Kroger or something.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He works at a thing, and part of his job is to make balloons. And sometimes, if there's no theme or there's balloons left over, he can do whatever he wants to. And
Like
so-
make a leprechaun.
Gotcha.
Like make. Well, no, I think Leprechaun is what he was supposed to make. he made
All of us.
a bunch of assholes beforehand.
Some poor kid is going to go to this ice cream shop, this cake place, whatever, and be like, Mom, why is there a bunch of gay pride characters being floated above this weird logo?
Well.
And then he's like, what did they do to Larry the leprechaun?
She's gonna say because anyone can love anyone.
Yeah. Then she leaves him there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Drives away.
Ditched.
Your two new dads will be very proud of you.
Yeah. He's got a whole bunch of balloon dads.
Because I am not.
Dads.
You be my balloon dad now.
I was raised by balloons.
Oh, no, the dress-up game.
Finally, Zombie Mesh made a dress-up game.
Oh boy.
Wait, another dress-up game?
Those
Oh,
always
yes.
end poorly.
Can you take off the underwear?
Why don't you-
Oh look, more. It's more Kill la Kill.
Oh, this
clothes.
isn't bad. Okay.
Look, there's more kill. That must be a popular item.
I was saying the last
No,
one.
it's in the wrong spit. Adam, put it on his face. What are you doing?
yeah.
Take
There you
off
go.
the underwear.
no.
Take off the underwear.
You
Oh,
can't. You,
try
can't.
it.
Oh,
You can
good.
see his dick, but you can't
That's
take
your
it
little
off.
dick line.
That's what I was referring to when I said it ends poorly. Is it's usually us fucking one another. That's cool though.
Oh, actor shirt.
Oh, actor shirt, funhouse
A
shirt.
little funhouse shirt. That's great.
Oh, Machine Man.
And James'
Who?
eyes.
Oh, wait, no. He's dead.
He's long dead.
Yeah.
Pretty legs though.
Dorsey and Lauren.
This little skirt.
Oh, a skirt.
Little rocket boots.
There we go. That's what I
Ooh,
wear.
fishnets.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow. This is really well done. Okay. Tentacles for some reason. I'll take it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like it. Good stuff. And of course,
You
the
can put,
little
they have
Oh,
James
fur
eyes.
cloud.
You can put James eyes on it.
yeah.
I like that those are James' eyes.
Well, you know. bright
Monstrous,
blue,
terrifying,
bug
large
eyes.
bug eyes.
Oh,
Well,
you
thank
can change
you.
the eyes. Look at that.
Oh, little
Those are Adam eyes.
Venture
right there.
Brothers.
You can change the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, change everything. See, now it's Joel
Oh.
James, the worst child
Oh my
ever.
gosh, you look like women.
Oh, there's a Super Saiyan hair.
Oh, a clown.
Clown hair.
Bald. Nice.
Terrifying.
Oh,
Good job, Zombie Mesh.
I'll
Thank
take
you.
it. Thank you.
For those of you with not enough nightmares,
Have some.
I don't know. I think the one of us fucking each other is probably a little more nightmare.
Oh, man.
That's the worst. Hey, guess what?
I think we have
did
to
it.
wrap up.